Welcome to the future of YouTube in 2024. I'm excited to unveil 7 custom GPTs designed to transform your YouTube channel and introduce the GPT store that makes all this possible. Discover how these GPTs revolutionize content creation with stunning B-roll, engaging outros, and SEO-enhanced YouTube descriptions. We'll also highlight 3 social sharing GPTs to boost your digital reach. Let's delve into how GPT is set to reshape content creation in 2024. Hi, I'm AppyDave, and the intro you just heard was created by one of the GPTs coming up in this video, but we'll get into that later. When you open up the ChatGPT store, you have access to GPTs created by OpenAI and by other people. Let's head over to My GPTs and you'll see that there's a bunch that I've created, and many of these are related to YouTube content automation. What I'll cover in this video are 7 different GPTs that I use after I've recorded the bulk of the content, and that includes the intro and outro script, B-roll, which is about generating images that match the words that I'm saying. There'll be the YouTube description writer, which creates a really nice SEO-friendly YouTube description with affiliate links, social links, and key highlights pulled out of it. Then lastly, I need to share the videos that I do, and I use LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, and these bots will be designed to generate content or posts that make sense for each of the different platforms. Before going into detail on the 7 YouTube automation bots, there's one other bot that we should have a look at first. Whenever I create my YouTube intro or the SEO-friendly description, or maybe even the DALL-E 3 B-roll images, I like to create everything based off exactly what I said in the video. And the Script Abridger is an expert in summarizing transcriptions and making abridgments. If we click on the commands, basically there are 2 concepts that I like to get out of a full transcription. Going into detail, the role of this bot is to summarize and condense video transcriptions. Now, it can use natural language processing to extract structural information from a transcript, or it can summarize it without losing the detail. What this means is I can take a 30-minute video that I've recorded and summarize it from, say, a few thousand words down to a couple of hundred. Now, it can do it either as a summary where it condenses but keeps the meaning, or it can do it as an analysis where it gives more of a structural point of view. And both of these sorts of outputs can be useful for future bots. To see an example, let's take this 200 lines of transcript from a 30-minute video that I did earlier in the week. If we compare everything side by side, you can see the full transcript over here on the left is 2,330 words. Now, if we go over to the summary, it basically says close to the same thing, and it does it in 127 words. There's also the analysis, which gives more of a structural view of what the document has, and it's in 270 words. Now, both the analysis and the summarization of the transcript make for really useful inputs into other bots that might generate a description or generate graphics for an intro, and it's as simple to use as typing over the summarize or the analysis command, pasting in your long form transcript, and then just letting GPT do its work. As it goes, we can see that this video features a scripting enthusiast demonstrating the use of a custom GPT agent, the Shell Script Helper. As we move through the 7 YouTube automation GPTs, we're going to find that the summary or the analysis of the transcription is going to play an important role for each of them. The test case for each of the bots that we're working with today will be around the Shell Script Helper video. Now, this video came out a couple of days ago, and a few things to note as you look through it is that there's a detailed SEO-friendly YouTube description with keywords and links to various assets. If we scroll down and click on the transcript, you'll see that there's an intro that was written by one of the bots. We'll look at how I use GPT to generate YouTube titles, but also look at the text that it can create to go on a thumbnail, which is quite a bit different to the text in a YouTube title. We'll also look at the DALL-E 3 images that can be generated, or what I would call elements of the thumbnail. And if I get a chance, I'll even touch on how DALL-E 3 instructions can be generated directly off the transcript to produce B-roll images that look exactly like what you're talking about. Most of the videos I create are from 5 to 25 minutes in length. And once recorded, I take the transcription and I put it through the Transcript Abridger to get my summary and an analysis. From there, I then go and generate a YouTube title using a ChatGPT bot. With that preliminary work out of the road, I'm then in a position to create my YouTube intro. And to do that, I use the YouTube intro generator. Now, the role of this bot is to generate tailored YouTube intros. The overview is that it can work with a transcript directly, or it can work with a summary or an analysis. The main guidelines is that it creates concise, informative, and compelling intros. The marketing frameworks, which in this case are either PAS or ADA, are really just psychological triggers to get people engaged with your content pretty early. So we've got the problem, agitate, solution framework, or we've got the attention, interest, desire, action framework. Now, from a structure point of view, we have concepts like problem solution, which is one of the ones I like to use, where there is a problem and I've got a solution that I've developed. I'm also fond of the Q&A style, but other people might like more of a storytelling style. And the idea of the bot is that you would configure it with the niche, the topic, which might just be your YouTube title, some keywords, and then basically the marketing framework and structure that you want. Using this sort of configuration and the transcript helps you then generate the intro. Over to my GPTs and we'll click on the intro maker, create engaging educational YouTube intros, and we'll just click on the commands to see what we've got available. And you can see we can configure it, we can create an intro based off a draft. We can also get some definitions around the marketing framework and the intro structures if you need. So I've just put in the config command. I've said chat GPT for coding. That's what the video happened to be about. The PAS marketing framework Q&A style. And let's just see what this comes back with. So this is working on the idea that the niche will be chat GPT for coding, using the problem, agitation, solution framework, Q&A structure. The tone will be authoritative and engaging. And you can run a configure command again if you want to change what it says here. But for that, we can now move on to create, and we just type in create like this, press colon, and then we paste in all the information from the transcription. I also like to put in the title, so the title should be there as well. We got title, unlock the power of GPTs, and we just press enter, and we see what we get on the first attempt. It's written an introduction for us, and the one that's here is, hello and welcome to today's video where we're unlocking the incredible potential of GPTs, focusing on a unique tool, the shell script helper for ChatGPT. And then it goes on from there. Now the intro it's created in this example is quite accurate, but it's also way longer than I would want to do for an intro. With a little bit of configuration with that GPT agent, you can get an intro that follows the style and pattern that you want. And the one I went for that video was, do you want to simplify the way you build terminal scripts? Join me on this unique scripting adventure where I'll be using custom GPT shell script helper. So this little intro, it's quite short and to the point, and it was generated out of that bot with a little bit of extra tweaking. Let's move on to a GPT agent designed to generate your YouTube outro. So looking at the YouTube outro generator, the main role is that it can create an engaging outro for your video. Now, the overview suggests that it's about creating viewer engagement. You want people to like and subscribe, to do comments. Maybe you want them to click on an end card and go to one of your other videos. Like the previous agent, the outro creator has a configure command where you can put the capability that you want to see within the outro. And the main ones that I like to use is a call to action, maybe like and subscribe. I definitely like to do a recap of the video and have some sort of video end card that people can click on to go to related content. And you can do that all through the configuration before you worry about creating the outro. And we'll come over to the GPTs and we'll click on the Tube Outro Writer, craft engaging outros for YouTube videos based on summaries and settings, and we can have a look at what commands we've got available. And we can do a configuration, create an outro, or look at the capabilities, and we'll just run that one command. We're not going to give it any input, we'll just see what it comes up with. So we have a pretty extensive list, call to actions, end cards, and you could configure each of these pieces of information, but we'll go for something quite simple. We'll just go brevity and thanks. So I put in config with brevity, thanks with like and subscribe. I also added a configuration for AppyCast. At this point, we can just do a create and do a paste. And what I've done is, like before, I've included the title of the video and then the full transcript in this case. You can do it with both transcripts and summaries. I find for this one, I like to do the full transcript. So it's gone through and created everything that we wanted. I will read it in a moment, but what I'd like it to do is just the script. In this case, it's also given a few extra instructions that could be useful for the video editor, but I just want to read it. So what we got was, that's a wrap on our scripting adventure with Shell Script Helper, so it understands the context of the video. Big thanks for joining us on this journey to simplify shell scripting with GPT technology. If you loved diving into the tech with us, show your support by hitting the like and subscribe to AppyCast. So this is basically following the guidelines that we did when we configured the capabilities. Wouldn't it be great if the words that you're saying in your transcript automatically turned into beautiful scenes generated with, say, DALL-E 3 or Midjourney? If you've ever used InVideo AI or maybe Pictory, you've already seen this in action, because what these tools do is take the transcript and match it to images that it gets from stock photography and stock video. I created this video about a week ago, and if you look at the transcript, there's ideas like creating a custom instruction in ChatGPT. There's the ability to look at video files that are put into a project folder, and I'm talking about this, and what I want to do is make sure that the images that come up as I'm talking match what I'm saying. So this is creating a custom GPT instruction. Here I am programming a YouTube video application and putting the recordings into a folder structure. So everything that you're seeing here is generated directly out of DALL-E using a GPT agent. Let's have a look at the individual images first. So the creating a custom ChatGPT instruction was created from this particular prompt here. And as you go through, we've got depict a person demonstrating video file organization on a computer screen, visualize a user working with Ecamm Live, Stream Deck, and Hazel. The video that those images were related to was about this software I'm creating called Fly Video, which takes all my recordings and runs them through various GPTs to solve the problems in a more automated fashion. If we head over to GPT and look at an agent that I've created for analyzing the transcription, you'll see that I've got a bot here that looks at transcriptions in the form of scenes, so scene 1, and it goes from 3 seconds through to 50 seconds, and this is the words being said in the transcription. Then scene number 2 goes from 50 seconds through to 1 minute and 34, and this is a regular file format for subtitles. What I've been able to do is take that information, keep the numbers in place, so the numbers haven't changed, but instead prompts have been generated to replace what was actually said. From these prompts, they can be taken over to ChatGPT, where you can just create them manually. Now, you may not want to create them manually, and that's the reason why I'm creating this software Fly Video, and I'm just going through the various episodes at the moment while I build it out, so that I can automate the B-roll creation, whether it be images, which is great with DALL-E 3, or maybe you could use Runway ML and generate B-roll video. The GPT agents that we've just looked at were all around content creation, whether it be the YouTube intro, the outro, or B-roll. The next agent we're going to look at is around the publishing of your YouTube video, where you've got to fill in information like the description and the keywords. Let's take a look at the description from a video I did a week ago, and the video is called Build YouTube Automation App with ChatGPT. And the way it starts is join me in the first episode of Build a YouTube Automation App with ChatGPT. So it's written an intro here in the description that matches the title. From there, we have 4 sections. We've got what's inside, episode highlights, useful links, including affiliate links, and stay tuned for more. And it finishes off with a bunch of keywords. Let's take a look at the GPT agent for YouTube description writing. And the role of this agent is to craft engaging and informative YouTube video descriptions. The basic overview of this is that it specializes in creating YouTube descriptions for videos focusing on SEO, viewer engagement, and compliance within the YouTube guidelines. So with the additional guidelines around hashtags, links, and discoverability, we should be able to start using this GPT to create a new description. The primary command for this particular GPT is create, and usually I would provide it with a title and a summary. I might also have some special instructions if I need it, and I often include extra metadata such as affiliate links or branding links to my social media channels. Heading over to My GPTs, we've got a video description wizard, which is a friendly yet professional YouTube description expert focusing on SEO, engagement, and compliance. Now what we'll do is we'll click on the I will give you a title, transcript, and special instructions. At the moment, it's just waiting for input. Select the analysis and the summary. As we scroll up, there's also the intro that was used in this video and the title. And we'll take it a little bit further and just copy the brand details and just put that into the clipboard. Type in the word create with a colon and just paste everything that we've selected and see what it creates. It's got a title, which is Unlock the Power of GPTs. And then we move into the description. So I would be copying from this little emoji all the way down, what you'll discover, key highlights, and stay connected through some social media channels. There's a call to action to like, share, and subscribe, and following up with some keywords. Let's have a look at 3 GPT agents to share our video on social media. We'll look at the tweet composer, the LinkedIn video post writer, and the Facebook teaser. When I created the Shell Script Helper video, I tweeted it, and it goes dive into the future of scripting with Shell Script Helper. Watch as I transform shell scripting with ChatGPT, and we've got a link and a couple of hashtags. Now looking at the Tweet Composer GPT agent, its role is to create tweets for YouTube videos. It emphasizes on capturing the essence of videos in tweet format. When you use the create command, which I've set up for this one, it expects a YouTube title, a link to the video, and a couple of key highlights. We could also pass in the summary. Let's head over to the Tweet Composer and we'll see that it specializes in creating engaging tweets for YouTube videos, and we'll click on the commands to see what's available. The primary command is create, which will create a tweet. Paste in the information we have from earlier, which is a little bit of metadata. We've got the title of the video, and then we've got a summary. We could also use the analysis, which has got more structure, and they would both produce different but useful tweets. So let's just click on that and see what we get. Here's our tweet. Dive into the world of GPTs with AppyDave. Discover how the Shell Script Helper GPT transforms shell scripting from complex FFmpeg commands to chapter-based video compiling. We've got a couple of hashtags in here, and we've got a link to the video. It may be a little bit too long for the tweet. It may still need a little bit of refinement, but it does a pretty good job of creating a tweet for your video. This GPT will work with your how-to video on YouTube and convert it into a LinkedIn post in a way that'll extract the highlights and make it engaging for LinkedIn professionals. Diving into the GPT agent, let's look at a LinkedIn post that was generated a week ago. The video itself was build a YouTube automation app, and I was doing the technical design for this tool that I'm creating that mixes in the GPTs that we've been talking about with the transcriptions from the videos that I record and just automates the process. But the interesting thing about the LinkedIn post that it generated was not only did it pull out the useful information for YouTube content creators, but it also isolated that there's an area in here about a programming language that I'm developing for GPT. So this is a GPT meta language, maybe an advanced prompting language, and it's been able to pull that information out as well. So from a LinkedIn post generation point of view, this was a one-shot post. I put in the transcription, the summary and everything, and it came out. We've got areas like the hashtags, and then I just added the thumbnail at the end. Looking at the LinkedIn video post GPT, we can see that its role is to transform a video transcription to a LinkedIn post. The key guideline of this bot is to extract key highlights from the video and include relevant call to actions and insights that adhere to LinkedIn standards. Heading over to the GPT store, what we can do is go to the Tube LinkedIn Transformer, and what this does is specialize in transforming video transcriptions into LinkedIn posts. There's a couple of starter conversations. I think the one we'll work with is use special instructions plus title and transcription. Here we have the summary and the structural analysis from the transcript. We can use one or the other, or we can even use both. They essentially say the same thing, they're just said in different ways. If I copy all this information, I've also included the YouTube title and a little bit of metadata. It's just finishing off the article at the moment, but if we move up, we've got Unleashing the Potential of GPTs in Shell Scripting, a case study with Shell Script Helper. Then we've got a couple of hashtags and some sort of introduction, and we can go and watch the video. Let's actually see if that works. Looks like it's loading up. That's great. And it just goes on to talk about this video. Based on the way we use either the summary or the transcript analysis or even the transcript itself, you will get different outputs. But usually this is a one-shot prompt for me. I put the information in, I get it out, and tiny little bit of tweaking, it's ready to go. This next GPT agent is to create a teaser on your Facebook profile for your YouTube video. Let's have a look at an example Facebook teaser that I've done for the last video, which was the Shell Script Helper. And some of the things that you notice is there's no YouTube title as such. There's just a statement, unleashing the power of AI in shell scripting, which is more Facebook-like. And it's made really good use of emojis. It's got a couple of hashtags going on and then a link to the video. Now, this is in contrast. The two videos I did just before it, episode 1 and episode 2 in Building Fly Video, where I've just manually written this sort of stuff. It's okay, but it's a lot better when we use concepts like emojis and hashtags to make this searchable and more engaging. I hope you found the insights from these 7 YouTube automation bots useful. We dived into how each GPT, from an intro writer to the Facebook teaser, is simplifying content creation. Remember, it's all about making the process more efficient and your content more engaging. Don't forget to check out the GPT store for these amazing tools and drop your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to know which GPT you are most excited to try, and if there is a GPT that you want me to create. You can dive deeper into custom bots with this playlist featuring detailed discussions on each custom GPT. Thank you for watching. See you next time.